Anyway, moving on, just going to start with the super duper basics again. Rose, what goes at the very tippity top of your HTML document?
The dog type.
Alright, spell it out for me. The entire thing.
Brackets, then and then exclamation mark, in all caps, DOCTYPE, and then space HTML end bracket.
Alright, good. What goes right below that?
What?
What goes right below that?
HTML.
In what?
Brackets.
Right. Luke, what should I ask you? What are the two parts which compose the HTML document?
The header and then the body.
What goes in your header?
The title of your document.
Right, and we went over this in the next lesson, which you guys have already seen. What else goes in your header?
That's all you had to
Think
put
back
in
to
there.
all the errors and problems we had
That's all
when
you put
we
us.
were learning
That's
this.
all you told us to put in the header.
No?
I'm looking at it right now. All we put.
This presentation, yeah, I'm telling you, this is from the next lesson.
Link.
See? Luke's got it.
What? Did I not get that far?
I don't know. You put the... Oh yeah, you guys did it, 'cause I didn't teach you CSS. Anyway, whoosh.
See, you're yelling at me.
But yeah, you put the link for your CSS document in the header because that lets your document know from this point onward, I will be drawing upon these attributes, and then you call upon them. Danny, give me 3 tags you can use for words.
P tag.
Okay.
You can just use header, right?
Yep. Whoa, hold on. That's a very big tag, my friend. Let's say I don't want a big header, but I don't want a small. I want a medium-sized header.
Oh, H3.
Sure, I'll take that.
Medium size. Well, OLs and ULs. Would that be considered right?
A bit unusual, but I'll count it. I'll let you go. All right, Rose. The question you dreaded.
Oh.
Let's say I want some pretty words. I want them colorful. What do?
I'm sure the one you want, like, well, wait, you want colors?
Yeah, I want colorful words.
Then you'll enter style equals, quotations, color, colon, whatever color, say red, and then quotations. You'll put it right after your P tag or whatever, and then close bracket.
All right, not bad. But let's say I don't want colors. I want fancy stuff. I want my words to be cursive because cursive is something I can't write, but I'd love to see it on the computer screen. How do I do that, Rose?
Well, you would do style equals, and then you say font, hyphen, family, colon, and then let's just use Papyrus. That's one of my favorite fonts.
Almost. You forgot one important thing. Look, do you remember what she forgot?
Semicolon.
No?
No.
Danny, do you know it?
Quotation.
There we go.
Oh, because I put them in the same quotations in this one.
Yeah, see, quotation marks are always important. Don't forget those. They help us distinct what you're trying to specify. All right, list the things that Rose had lots of trouble with.
Yes.
Luke,
First of all.
I want a ordered list. I want 1, 2, and 3. What do I do?
So, OL with your brackets, then LI to list an item, and then OL to close the list.
Whoa, hold on, Luke. You're almost making a very, very fatal mistake, my dear friend. You don't end it with OL. What do you end it with?
Well, you end the list with bracket /LI and then bracket /OL.
There we go. Don't forget the slash. You just said OL. That would just start another ordered list within the ordered list. Which I'm not sure what that would look like, actually. Try that out on your own free time. That might be cool. All right. This was the website practice, but you all remember this. So I'm just going to review the code with you all, make sure you all understand it. Danny, where would this title show up on my webpage?
Oh, the title will show up on the tab part.
Right. Rose, what's special about this word?
The love one?
Yes.
Well, you put it in tags, so I'm assuming you affected it somehow.
How did that affect it? Why do you not know?
Because you didn't teach me that one. I don't think you did.
I'm pretty sure I did. It was in HTML Basics 1.
Hey, hold on, let me look. I see italics, I see bolds, I don't see that. 9:20.
I am not. But, seeing as you are struggling, would you like to call a friend?
Sure.
Who would you like to call upon?
Danny, you're my friend.
Danny, what is going on right here?
I'm gonna come to class tomorrow.
EM? Is it? I don't know.
Danny.
See, you obviously are failing as a teacher if we don't know this.
No, you guys are just bad students.
We are not bad.
Luke, you are the last line of defense. What does EM mean?
Emphasis or
And what does emphasis do?
bold? No, not bold.
Italicized?
Italicized.
There we go. Thank you, Luke.
Why didn't you just use I?
Yeah, can you just
You
use a lowercase
taught us
I?
I to italicized.
I did.
You are such a failure.
I can't teach you every single tag in HTML. You're going to have to learn to go on the go. It's like Spanish. You're not going to know every word, but you got to get the message. Es
The
muy,
message I'm going to send you is to slap talk to your face.
es muy importante, Rose. Alright, there's all the list stuff. Just remember, again, like you can add the style tag anywhere you want. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you're aware of what will be affected by it. So if I were to take this style tag of color red and put it instead in the UL tag, all of this would be red. But instead, since I only have it specified to this list tag, only this word's going to be red. And so just make sure you remember that when you're adding tags to much longer documents. That's the bottom part of the code. Image source stuff, width, height. Yeah, pretty much all stuff you should know. Do you not know it?
I know I didn't.
Good. Length. Can't remember if I got over this with you. Regardless. Hey, you talking bad about me?
Nope, disgusting.
Anyway. Have you learned this? You in particular, Rose.
No.
Okay, length. Lengths are lengths. Just that. You know when you're browsing a web page, you see a blue word, you click on it, it opens something new?
Yep.
That's how you do this. You start with the A tag, and you add the href attribute.
Oh, hold on, let me put this in.
Alright.
Because I'm going to add it to my whatchamacallit.
Nope. Code, website. Yeah. The A tag stands for a link or hyperlink of any sort, and href specifies what link you're going to. And so I goofed up here, forgive me. This should be in quotation marks. Don't make that mistake. Don't be like me. Be better than me. I need you to transcend me. Yep. You don't need to type out all of the YouTube URL. You realize this, right?
Too late.
Okay. Alright, Rose, you're done with that. Danny, 15, you're good on this stuff. Luke, you're good on links. Alright, Rose. Because reasons. Anyway, so whatever goes in here is what will be hyperlinked. So, because this can all go inside of a paragraph. So if I were in the middle of a paragraph, I could just pull out this tab out of nowhere, this tag out of nowhere, and then like have one word in that paragraph be linked. That's usually how it's done anyway. So if whatever I put in here is going to be the clickable thingy, how do I make a clickable picture?
Why don't you just put the picture in there? The code for the picture?
What is the code for the picture? That's awfully vague language, Rose.
IMG. Well, I mean bracket. IMG. All you have is width and height. You didn't give me the actual.
I gave you source as well.
No, remember I didn't get that far. I was too busy cursing.
Yeah, see, that's your fault. Stop cursing and pay more attention to the lesson.
I was paying attention. You were just being a horrible teacher, making fun of me instead of helping me.
I was helping you through humiliation,
It's a horrible way.
but it's effective.
Encouragement works way better.
So you say.
It's being reflected right now.
No, you're just a bad student.
What?
Moving on.
I'm quitting public programming.
Moving on. Rose, in particular from you. I want you to make a clickable image. And if you've been paying attention to the previous two slides, where I outlined the code for that pretend web page, I put in the image tags and all that stuff.
I've never done this.
You did. Remember, you had the image of that like fat Asian kid.
Oh yeah, but I didn't put like a. Oh, okay.
Yeah. See. Luke, do you remember how to put an image in? You remember how to, well, I wouldn't say you remember, but you understand how to make that image clickable? You just put it right there, all of it, all the things. So Rose, how's that clickable image coming?
Yeah.
Are you Googling answers?
Yes.
Oh. It's fine.
Ow. Being mean.
I know, it's fun.
So I have to Google things.
Rose, literally all you had to do was copy the tag, and you failed at that. Here you have the A
Oh my
outside.
god. I typed too fast.
See what happens when you're distracted and unfocused?
Says you.
Hush. So, right in there, I'm gonna put the image. What comes after that?
Oh no, equals.
No. No.
Semicolon.
It's a three. We went over this in the very beginning introduction. I asked Luke the question, and you should have been paying attention.
I can't remember every single thing you say, Saxon.
So you can put a leap into
Yep.
Oh, okay. I just tried to.
See, Danny gets it.
Danny is very intuitive.
Yeah.
Rose is stupid and needs help.
Sword equals. Find a picture. We're gonna go with name something.
Puppy.
Puppy. Pick one.
They're so cute.
Pick one.
I love that one. It reflects my mood.
Okay.
Does Tony know HTML?
I hope so. He's been attending lessons, you know, you gotta be pretty good. Alright.
He has to interview.
You don't even know if it works.
So what's going on up here?
What do you mean? That was one of the notes. No, what are you doing with my notes?
Alright, so try opening that up and it should work. This is supposed to be a quick review, Rose. Quick
Well,
review.
this is what happens. You said you would teach me outside of it.
That's
You got
'cause
up, and
that's
then
'cause
you failed to do that.
That's because you never come to me outside and say, hey, what happened at the HTML?
It's a puppy. Gotta love puppies. Puppies is where it's at.
That Asian boy.
It's not, but, not clickable. There may be a failure.
I don't even know anymore. Puppy.
Because you decided to copy that down.
Cool.
I'm gonna test the idea of this being a self-closing tag. Maybe. Pretty sure it's just one of those things.
I don't know.
Try it again.
Don't judge my music choices.
It's too late for that. Yeah. That's all we're doing. Yeah. So yeah, that was my fault. I'll make a mistake for that.
Oh, he made a mistake.
At the end of the image tag, just put the slash in that first one. You see what I mean?
Yeah. It makes a weird space.
All right.
Ah, some two.
All right. That is covered. Everyone understands this now. Extras. And this is the last little thing before I move on to the CSS review. Which is, anyway, BR is just a line break. You put that in whenever you want the equivalent of hitting enter. So, this would come out as this. This is no doubt probably one of the easier tags you'll be learning. It doesn't need a closing tag, it's just a line break in and of itself. You'll notice it just, boom, hit enter, and then you have the rest of the words. We all good on this? Man, I don't know if you want to try it out. It's pretty simple, maybe just quick scribble in your notes. If you're one of those people who keeps notes.
What do you think I'm doing?
/CSS. Are we all ready? I'm not hearing aye, Captain.
SpongeBob stupid.
Shut up, Rose. Good job, Danny. Luke, how about you?
Am I your favorite student now?
No, I mean, Luke's pretty good. Danny, you got stiff competition.
Woo, I'm not in this competition. I'm in this student.
Yeah, no, don't worry. The spot of worst student is always reserved for you. All right.
Just hurts you. Just straight out, just hurts you.
I'm like super thorough now whenever this is Luke. So just CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. That's all a bunch of fancy stuff that basically just means you can pretty up the page without having to type the style tag over and over and over and over and over and over. Because if you'll remember during the website project I had you do in the other one, you had to type out style for every single thing you wanted to add or adjust in any sort of way. CSS is a way for you to say, how about I don't? And instead you just type it out once and apply that to all the other
So what
terms.
would I type out of this page?
Pretty much this. This is what you'll, yeah, this is what you'll put in your header because, hold on, I'll show you. For CSS, you need to go to File.
I'm just keeping this in my notes for now.
Okay. Sorry. The place where it says something.css, that's for you to input. It's whatever you're calling your CSS document. So it's called like Mountain Dew. You put Mountain Dew.css.
Is that like an enter or just a space?
Where?
Like between.
Oh no, that's just because I ran out of room on the page. It's continuous. It's because PowerPoint is not a text editor, and like all my programs gave me. Curve view, Sublime.
I thought the sublime was pretty cool.
It's super cool. People love being all right. So.
Copying.
Yeah, no, but go to File. New file. Go way down to the bottom right. Look for CSS. Boom. All right, so now that's going to be saved as a CSS document. And basically, what a CSS document does is it lets you set the general rules for a tag. So on your CSS document, let's say you want all your paragraphs in your HTML document, you want all your paragraphs to be purple. Okay, you could type purple, this purple color tag in every single paragraph. Or you go into your CSS document and you type something like this. Oh man, I didn't read that across. I was like, oh man, that's linked up real cool. Anyway, ignore these style tags for right now. We'll get to those in like 30 seconds. But you just type something akin to this in your CSS document. You do P, super squiggles, color, purple, end it with a super squiggle.
Did they really call this?
No, it is not.
That's what I thought.
I like red and blue make purple. Oh man, the coincidences today. I'm telling you guys.
Right.
Yeah, for right now, ignore these style tags. This is all that would need to go in your CSS document. And what you would do is, if let's say you wanted all your paragraph font and stuff to also be text align right or any other attribute we've gone over, semicolon, enter, put it in. And that's it. It would still be inside these two super squiggles, but you would just hit semicolon, enter, and then put in like font hyphen family Times New Roman or anything like that. Danny, I see you're being quite productive, I'm sure. Very productive. Luke, you all good on this still? Rose, you good? Alright. Now, the style tag can also be used in the header, but that's really, I'm just putting that in more to let you know your option. Really, if your Sublime is working good for you, then the CSS is the way you should go pretty much all the time. But if maybe you just want like this one tag, I mean, there's no point in opening a whole new document for just that. But like, here you have the P tag, but you can put anything right here, like H1 or H2, and then all your H1s or H2s in the HTML document would have whatever adjustments you gave it. And so like if you have a much longer document and you have a lot of things you want to have specified, then you'll probably want to have a separate CSS document for all your stuff. Before I go on to the next thing, I'm going to let you know something we found out during the last lesson when things went terribly wrong. It turns out when you have CSS like attributes, like let's say you have this, but also in your HTML document, you have a p tag and you have the style equals like green, it'll automatically go to the HTML one. Your HTML attribute will override this one as long as there's conflict. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so if there's, again, like if this is purple and the other one's red, it'd go with red. But if I had something here which said font family and there was no font family attribute on the actual HTML document, it would just go with the one on the CSS document. Boom. All right, these are just two quick little tags that you might want to write down. Span is probably the one you'll get the least use out of. It's not going to be used too often. Div is something that I honestly won't get into, but it's more just, span is just used for dividing up the web page words when you don't have any other way to describe them. So let's say right in the middle of a paragraph, you want something crazy. You want some cursive out of nowhere, or you want one word or a few words in the middle of a paragraph to have something different, but you don't feel like adding like the I or the EM tag and then adding a bunch of attribute stuff. You would use span. Span itself doesn't really do anything. It's like a p tag kind of, pretty much. It doesn't really do anything by itself. But if you were to have like realism, well, whatever. Something like that, where you're not really sure how else to describe it, it's just one random word, you use span, and then using attributes or your CSS, you make span be something really outlandish and different. Div is kind of the same thing, except instead of interacting with the text, it interacts with the web page itself. So let's say this is your web page, this square. Let's say you want that part of your web page to be red. You would basically mess around with div and the background color attribute. Are we good? I'm pretty sure I have some practice for you next. I do, practice. All right. Make a CSS document, all you guys and kiddos. And I want these things. I would like blue paragraph with 20 font size and a cursive font, yellow headers with a green background, black span, minimum 3 different examples of span with a font size of 26, and an ordered list with a turquoise background in Arial font.
And Luke, you showed up that same problem, CSS. We'll take another look at it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If we're running into more problems, then we'll worry about those problems. But for now, get to work. What was that, Rose? Was that mutiny I heard?
Nope.
Good to hear. All right.
I'm happy right now.
Lovely. Take a seat. Give you about 3 to 5 minutes. Work all this stuff out. Once that's done, I'll be expecting results. Eric, what's a web server? I know what it is, but I can't describe it to you. That's like the working knowledge I guess I counted as that. If I get asked that for a job interview, I'll just like weasel. Like, well, a web server. A web server is many different things depending on your interpretation of the word. For example, server had its origins in the late 1400s. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Now, continuing on with the etymology of the word server, it actually originally meant like to make levitate. And then like that evolved to mean making web pages levitate in the World Wide Web. Yeah. Learn something new, boss? I know you did. I am calling you boss because I got the job. Wink wink, nudge nudge. What's that over there?
Turtles.
You better be coding some turtles the way I see it.
Which one you better do?
Don't make me have to throw this marker cap at you.
That would be horrible.
It's a marker cap, Rose. Come on.
Yeah, but last time someone drew something at me, hit me in the eye.
Well, see, don't be such a target. All right, it's been approximately a minute and a half, but I'm impatient. Time to start my loops.
How do you do the span?
You just do span. You just type whatever you want. Font. Okay, all good.
Go away.
This does not look like progress, Rose.
I hate when you hover. Go away. Go away. Make me nervous.
Good programmers work under pressure. How is it to defuse the bombs in the movies?
They don't. They blow up.
No. Not in my movie, Rose. Because you know the list.
My phone is back.
I think because I don't know, you have a bunch of files open. Where is your CSS document? Okay.
It's my notes one. I opened another one.
Okay, well, here's the first problem. Now go back to your CSS document. No, the one you're not taking notes on. All right. Here's your first problem. Woof.
Aw.
Gone. That was all incorrect.
Touch base.
Remember, it was on the first tab. You do something like the tag, super squiggle.
The super squiggles here.
Oops, I goofed.
How many weird squiggly things for no reason in the middle of the document?
Boom, and now we don't. Simple. All right. Now you do stuff. No.